Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a video on the difference between an energy blockage, an overactive chakra, and an underactive chakra. So I'm going to use the throat as an example. So if we're in a toxic relationship and we're feeling like we can't find our voice, we're not being able to express ourselves, we're feeling like we're holding back a lot, it can feel very much like suffocating, like we have this stuck feeling, like we can't find our words, we can't express ourselves. It's almost unsafe to do so. So when we release these blockages, we bring traumas to the surface and we see what's holding us back, what was the limiting beliefs, what was the trauma that was created that's keeping us stuck here. So even if you're not in that relationship anymore, you can still have that feeling. So when we release this energy blockage, what can happen is the chakra can become overactive. Now with an overactive chakra, what will happen a lot of times is it's like we're taking off the Band-Aid and all of a sudden everything's coming out. So we're oversharing. It's like word vomit. You know, we don't have any filters. We don't know the right time to say things and when to say things and how to say things. And it just becomes too much. So that's one thing that can happen. The other thing that can happen sometimes can be a slow release. So it can be something where you're working a little bit into it. And it could be like, okay, I'm going to speak my truth a little bit, and then you kind of go back a little bit, and then you open up a little bit more, and then you kind of step back again. So it can be like more of a trickling effect. So when we have an overactive chakra, it's very much like when we shut off the valve to the house, the water valve to the house. And when we shut it off for a little while and then we turn it back on, the taps kind of spew out, and it takes a while to have that nice steady flow. That's very similar to what it would be like to have an energy release. It's kind of all over the place and there's lots coming up, and it just takes a while to balance out that energy, especially if we're having this overactive reaction. So another great example is the heart center. So if we have trauma in the heart center and we release that trauma, it can come out in crazy ways. Like it can come out in rage, it can come out in days or weeks of crying, and sometimes it's like you just pop a bubble and all of a sudden it's just like woof, like big waves come through, right? So it becomes this overactive. So that's working with an energy release and what could happen, overactive or underactive chakra. But we can have an overactive or underactive chakra just normally as well. So if we, we'll take the heart for example again. So if we have an underactive chakra, the heart chakra, we're very guarded, we're holding back, we're not sharing ourselves, we're not letting people into our space. If we have an overactive heart chakra, then we're like loving everybody and letting everybody in, and then we get taken advantage of and we don't have proper boundaries. So it's not just about releasing energy blockages, it's about finding that balance so that we're not in the overactive chakra and we're not in the underactive chakra. So we find that nice flow so we can step into our truth, step into our authentic self, and have the best quality of life that we can have. Right? So I hope that clarifies what kind of happens when we release energy blockage as we work through some of the traumas that have happened throughout our lives, and that there is different ways that this can show up. And it's all really normal. It's normal to have these big waves of release, and it's normal for it to take a little bit of time to settle down and find that nice flow. So I hope that clarifies. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer. This has come up a few times, so I just feel like it's a perfect time to address this kind of release and what that looks like, and how we can kind of move through it, and know that it's normal, right? It's normal for these things to kind of manifest and release in these ways, right? All right, I'm gonna go for now. I hope that made sense. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk really soon.